All right, I'm here with 11 Malay Bantams, and I need to cut it down to just my breeders. So we're going to go through them one at a time and figure out what's good, what's bad, and what I'm going to keep. So this is the first guy I've got out. In my hand, his keel feels a little bit shallow at the front. He has a nice dome to his back, but I feel like his body is lacking a little bit in substance. Wings look okay. I'd like better wing bays. So you can see in here, that part is called the wing bay, and it's not real orange. It should be more orange than that. But he's got wing bays, which is a big plus. Some of them don't. So it's nice to see them there, even if they're not strong. Don't love his head. You can kind of zoom in on that if you want, or walk forward. Don't love his head. It's nice and wide. He's got a decent strawberry comb. I like his hooked beak, but his eyes are protruding instead of being sunken in. So he doesn't have a mean brow. He looks too friendly. So a few things to think about in this one. His tail's kind of messed up, but it's just growing back in. I'm not worried about it. It'll be fine when it's finished. All right, this is the second bird. I like him more than the first bird straight away. His body, the keel, so that's this bone that runs right along here. So this is the keel bone, and this is the back. And I want the keel to be widest at the front and taper tightly to the stern. And this guy does that. He also has a nice dome to his back. You can see here, it's created by strong hip muscles. So the hips are what push that dome out, not a roach back or something like that. He's got nice little wings, about the same coloring as the last one, but a little more rich in the reds, which is nice. Tail looks good on this one, and the head looks really nice on this. So he's got a brow, he's got a hooked beak. If you look at the head and you imagine a semicircle starting here, going over the top of the head and down, that is ideal. And he's got that. The one thing he also has though is wattles. So they're not a big deal. His wattles are really small, but and the standard actually calls for really small wattles. I'd like to see them gone entirely, but I'll stick with small. That's okay with me. So I'm gonna fire him back in the cage and we can take a look at how he looks. So he's got great reach. These birds get 10 points for station. So they have to stack like a modern game, more or less, with the head over the toes. I like this one. All right, bird number 3. Straight away, I always go to the bone structure first. And I love the depth of the keel on this one. It's really deep, tapering tightly to the stern. So he's got a really nice body shape to him. I like his color too. He's nice and rich in the reds. I would like more red on his hackle and head. I don't like that black ticking in there. His tail looks messed up, but that's because it's still growing in. It'll be fine when it's done. His head, it's not quite as nice as the last one, but it's not too bad at all. You can see that sort of arc. It kind of flattens out a little bit in there, but not too shabby. I'd like his eyes to stick in instead of out. So right now they're kind of protruding out a bit. I'd like them sunken in so that he has a distinct brow. All right, let's see how he looks in the cage. So I've been working on getting the tail angles corrected, and his tail angle is not correct. So we'll see what we think about him. I really was impressed by his body when I pulled him out, and he's standing pretty good now. he's better than I thought he was. So it'll be interesting to see where he comes in. Okay, so first off, his body. The keel feels pretty nice at the front, tapers to the back. He's got a domed back because of those hips. Color-wise, he's got some white tips on his flights. You can see it starting in his primaries, going through his secondaries, and then when you look at his body, there's white specks in there too. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with his color, but it's something weird. So he'd better be phenomenal if I'm going to keep him, which I don't know that he is. His head's not terrible. Again, I need a better brow, but it's an average head. Let's see how he looks in the cage. So he's holding his tail way too high. It should be horizontal or below in a drooping position, and his is certainly not. I like him, but I don't love his head, don't love his tail, and I really don't like all those white spots. So I think he's going to be my first to be eliminated. We'll see when we get through this first 8. Okay, this looks like a younger bird. I like that keel placement. I like the way it tapers to the stern. His back seems a little long to me. So I'm thinking he's going to end up, it looks a little long and a little flat. So that's how it tends to go. A longer back tends to make a flatter back. I'm not exactly sure why, but it seems like when I get that back more short, those hips really pop out, and it makes all the difference. I like the color on them. It's nice and rich. Decent wing bays. They're not perfect, but they're decent for a Malay. They're not bad. Head, it's a little bit weak, but again, this is a young bird. So like let's see. Yeah, he's got 3 flights to come in. So this bird's like 4 months old. So we'll see how he finishes. I think I'll let this one finish, but he's not going to do very well today because of that long back. So let's see what he looks like in the cage. Yeah, so he looks a little long in back. I don't like his tail angle. So this is another young one. I like the body on him. It's deep in the front, tapers to the back, really nice domed back from those strong hips. I love his head. I think it's beautiful. He's got a great brow on him, a short hooked beak. I like pretty much everything about it. Even the comb is pretty darn nice. He's got a dewlap, small ears, virtually no wattles. Wings stand out from the body. But he has, well, there's an axial feather in there, but it's pretty darn close to split wings. On that side, well, the other side's maybe slightly better. You can see the axial feather there, but I don't like the gap. So I have to decide whether or not I'm going to use this bird. I like a lot of stuff about him. His feather's a little bit soft. You can see in his hackle how it's frilling out a little bit. So I'd like to see his feather more tight, but that head is really powerful. So it's something I've been really trying to get my birds better with. So I don't love the way he holds his wings. He drops the tips down instead of forcing them to the base of his tail when he stands. He's also standing very upright, more like a Shamo than a Malay. He might be a really useful breeding bird, but he's definitely not a show bird. All right, I really like the body on this guy. it's really compact. I can tell that he's got a really short back, nicely domed, good deep front, tight keel. His color's not too bad. It's a little dark. I'd like it to be a little bit more rich than that, but great wing bays on him. His head is pretty decent. I like that brow. Holds that semicircle, has nice pearl eyes. Earlobes are maybe a touch big, and he's got little tiny wattles, but I'm splitting hairs. I think he's pretty nice. His comb is lacking one gene. So the combs on these guys is supposed to be a strawberry comb, and it's supposed to be smooth with fine pebbling on it. This one has a little bit coarse pebbling on it, so it's missing that smoothing factor. It's not a big deal. I'll get it from the females, and they're all dominant mutations, so it should clear up in his young without too much issues. So let's take a look at him in the cage. So that's my best one so far, hands down. You can see the domed back, you can see that deep chest, long legs, good station. If anything, his legs are too long, but I'm splitting hairs. So that's what you're looking for. Okay, so this guy feels pretty good, but he also feels pretty big. So the last one was real compact. This one feels a little more heavy and big. So hopefully he's not too big to fit in the show cage. That's kind of my limiting factor on size. I let them get a little bit over standard weight. In and around standard weight is where they end up, as long as they fit inside that show cage when they're standing. So at full extension, they should not hit the top. Yeah. So this guy, he's got pretty decent color on him. Don't like the purple barring in the wings. What else? He's got a nice comb. Head is about average. Doesn't have that real nice brow I'm looking for, but it's not terrible by any means. It's a brow. It's just not a real defined one. Wings look good. Color looks good. Let's see how he's in the cage. Come on. Okay, so from the first 8 birds, the first one, I don't love his body. I think he needs better depth in chest, but there's a lot of stuff to like about him. The second bird, I like him quite a lot. He's got a good head on him. He's got a decent tight body. Holds his wings nice. He's got some wattles, so some minor things, but I'm gonna keep him for sure. This guy was a surprise. His body is a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. Don't love his tail angle, but I'm gonna keep him around for a little bit. This next one here, this is the one that had the white flecking in him. You can even see it in his chest there. So I'm gonna take him out. I love his body. I love how short it is. Don't love his tail angle. He's really dark in color. They should be a little more rich than this. And yeah, that white flecking. So he's gonna come out. This is the one that was a young one, and I like his body. I like his color, but I really don't like his tail angle. And I think he's a little long in back. So I don't see him becoming a top bird. So I'm gonna remove him from the program as well. Okay, next up, this guy was the one that I really liked. So this is my number 1 bird, so he's gonna stay for sure. This was the one that I was having a hard time standing before. Now you can see how he drops his wings. When a Malay stands, it should hold its wingtips right to the root of the tail. So this wing should sit right there. but it doesn't. He pushes it back down. His tail angle's not terrible. He's a little shaggy, so he's not quite the best feather quality. I like him, but I don't love him. Okay, so I got 3 more birds to go through. They were down at the bottom, so I'll pull them up and put them in the holes of the 3 that I just took out. This guy, I don't love his body. The keel feels pretty deep, but it does not taper significantly as I run back. So it's almost parallel to the back. So that's a structural issue with the bird. I want that keel to taper really, really tightly to the stern. Other than that, he feels pretty big. And you can see the white in his wings. 1, 2, 3. He doesn't have any white tips, so it's not as bad as the other one that has white in him. But it's definitely there. Let's see how he looks in the cage. So he looks a little big. He looks like if he stands fully erect, he's going to hit the top. He looks like his wings are a little low. I'd like them to be more up at the tips in here, but they're dropping down. And then his head hits the top of the cage when he tries to stand. So he has the triple whammy. He's not going to make the cut. So this is the one that I've been showing all year, and I'm quite liking this bird. His body starts out deep. It tapers nicely to the back. He's got a pretty good head. Again, I would like a better brow and the eyes less protruding, more sunken in. But he's got a good clean head. Everything is good about him, really. He's got a nice domed back, good wing carriage. His legs are a little bit short, especially when compared to the other birds. But really, they don't have to be modern long. They need long legs, but they don't have to be super long. I want them to fit in the cage and be a heavy-bodied bird. So with that in mind, that's a pretty good Malay. He's got a real deep chest, tight stern, domed back, good balance. He keeps his head over his feet. When I get him to stretch, he stacks quite nicely. His tail is a good angle, good length. It's a little broken, but I'm good with that. His color is a little too dark. I'd like his color to be more rich and vibrant, but I like that bird quite a lot. Okay, this bird is he's big. I don't love this bird. So first off, his keel is really, really deep, and it tapers to the back, which is nice. He's got a domed back, but I feel like the bird is going to be too big. When I get him in the cage, I think he's going to hit the top. I don't love this hackle, how shaggy it is. I'd like it to be more neat. It's supposed to stop well before the shoulders, where in this, it kind of runs to the shoulders. Again, his back, the feathers on his back are a little rough. I think with a wash, it would make a big difference, but I don't like seeing these stringy feathers when all the others are nice and clean. This one's stringy, and yeah. So let's take a look at him in the cage. So yeah, he's indeed too big to stand up properly in the cage without hitting his head. He also appears to be knock-kneed. I don't love the way he stands. So the legs should be parallel and strong. And on these birds, they're little athletes, so it's really important that the legs are correct. And to me, he looks a little knock-kneed. So I'm not going to use this bird. So I've narrowed it down to 5. This guy's going to be my number 1 pick. I love his compact body, love his great head, good color on him. The only thing I don't love is his comb. He's missing that one factor to smooth out that comb. He's a good bird. I like a lot on him. This is my second place bird. He's got a great body on him. He's built like a little tank. Less reach than the last one, and less good of a head. But that body is really exceptional. So that's why he sits there in second. Onto our third place bird, which is going to be this one here. Again, he's got a good head. He's got a good back, great long legs. I want his wings to come up a little bit. He tends to drop them just a touch, but nothing to worry about. He's got a great comb on him, great head. Earlobes are a little big, wattles are a little big, but he's going to be worth keeping. Next off, we go over to this guy. This guy was a surprise. I didn't think this bird was going to turn out so well. When I got him in hand, I really loved the body. Wings look good. Tail angle's not too bad. His head is a little overdone. I want more of a brow and less protruding eyes. And then back over to this guy. This is going to be my number 5 bird. Whether I breed from him or not, he might be backup. I like his body. It's nice and tight. Good long legs. I don't like the way he drops his wings. Don't love his head. So that's the way they're going to go this year. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 male adult cockbirds. So these are my breeders, and there's some really good ones and some not quite as good ones, but they're all probably better than the young ones at this point. So the first off is this guy. He's an old bird. He's a 2022 bird. He's really wide, but I love this bird. He's got great intense color. He's going to be over standard by like 3 ounces, but he doesn't hit the top of the cage. So he's really wide, but he's not really big. So I'm pleased with that. I also love his intensity of color, like I said. He lost part of his beak by fighting through caging, and it grew back weird. So his beak was perfect as a young bird, so I'm not even concerned about it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that guy. So I think I'll keep using him for sure. So on to the next one. This one, I love him, except for his tail angle. I just wish that tail angle was down. So I've been really working on trying to fix the tail angle, and I don't think he's going to help me. But I do love that body on him. It's so wide. The others will get there. It just takes time. Okay, on to the next one. This guy is a really interesting little bird. He's not big by any means, but he's very cobby. He's nice and wide. He's got a good mean head, great pearl eyes, nice wings. His back could be a little bit more domed. And he's got a crooked toe, and he has no tail, and he never gets a tail, which is really quite annoying. So I never show him. I just keep him for breeding. This is his son. So son to the bird we just saw. He hasn't molted this year, so he looks pretty rough. I'm not sure why he didn't molt. So we'll see. I really like him though. So he's father of quite a few of my really best birds. He was my top breeding man. So I think I'll hang on to him as well. This one here, he's probably my top show bird right now. He's got great station, good back, good head. He's just an all-around good bird. So for a Malay, that's a pretty decent one. This last one here, he again Well, he's got a lot of stuff I like about him and a few things I don't like. I'd like his back to be a little more domed. It's a little flat for my liking. But all in all, he's a real nice bird. Earlobes are a little big, but I'm splitting hairs there.